Angel Reese currently is in some hot water, man, firing shots at Kamilla Cardoso.
The inconsistencies in coverage when it comes to certain players in the league.
There's something going on with gambling in the WNBA.
Okay, this is wild. Angel Reese just got absolutely roasted after insulting her teammates on live TV. Seriously, she dropped some comments about who might or might not be on the court next season, and it has completely set the WNBA world on fire. This isn't just a little drama. It's rattling her teammates and shaking the Chicago sky to its core. Now everyone is watching closely, wondering if this unexpected feud is about to define the team's entire future.
Yeah, just play hard as hell these last 9 games. Give it your all, that's all you got. The game can be taken away from you at any time, so just maximize it. I'm sure that all of us are going to be on this team next year together.
And get this, Angel Reese's comments are sending literal shockwaves through not just the Chicago sky, but the entire WNBA. This wasn't some casual, offhand remark. It was a bombshell statement that has fans buzzing, analysts speculating, and the locker room, well, let's just say it's got a lot of tension. At the heart of it all is a brewing conflict between Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso. This isn't just a tiny rivalry, guys. This is looking like a full-on saga of potential roster shakeups.
The Chicago Sky have had an extremely disappointing 2025 season. I'm telling you right now, it was horrible.
But to really understand why this is such a huge deal, we need to zoom out for a second. The Chicago Sky just had an absolutely brutal 2025 season. I'm talking a depressing 13-27 record, which, let's be honest, is one of the most disappointing performances we've seen in recent WNBA history.
Nailed their 2024 WNBA draft by getting standout center Kamilla Cardoso with the number 3 pick, snagging Angel Reese.
Expectations were actually sky high after the 2024 draft, where the Sky made some serious power plays. Remember when Kamilla Cardoso went 3rd overall and then Angel Reese was picked at number 7? Fans were absolutely buzzing about the potential these new additions brought, hoping they could totally turn the team around. But here's the kicker. Reality hit them like a brick wall. The season didn't just fall short. It completely collapsed under a mountain of inconsistent play, injuries, and this undeniable internal tension that even we, the fans, could sense from the sidelines.
You speak on the Sky roster change. If there has been one silver lining to the Sky 2025 season, is that Angel Reese took another step in her development and appears destined to become one of the league's elite.
Amidst all this chaos, though, one player truly emerged as a standout for the Chicago Sky in 2025, Angel Reese. She was everywhere, tons of post-game interviews, dominating social media highlights, even national coverage. Seriously, she became one of the most talked about players on a team that was totally struggling. But you know how it goes. With that kind of intense spotlight comes intense scrutiny.
In Chicago, as they get prepared to try to make a running man back in this thing, but you know, I feel like that season is definitely over, so they got to get prepared for.
And when I say scrutiny, I mean analysts started dissecting her every single move, not just her performance, but critically her interactions with teammates, especially with Kamilla Cardoso. Remember her? The Sky's number 3 pick from the 2024 draft. Cardoso, meanwhile, has been quietly putting in work, averaging a super efficient 15.7 points and 8.1 rebounds per game. She's all about consistency, the kind of stuff that doesn't always make the highlight reels but is absolutely critical for a team to actually win.
Kamilla Cardoso and her has been, you know, from the outside looking in, definitely been having some situations going down.
Fans immediately picked up on this wild contrast. Reese, with her dynamic, high-profile style and massive media presence, is always front and center, grabbing headlines. But Cardoso, her steady, quieter, super efficient game earned her a totally different kind of admiration. And let me tell you, that combination of rising stardom clashing with a quietly strong teammate has sparked constant, non-stop chatter online. People were absolutely talking, asking if there was more to it.
Talking about her today in this whole situation with...
Seriously, with Kamilla Cardoso in the picture, locker room dynamics became a trending topic overnight. Twitter was on fire. with fans debating everything from leadership roles to whether Reese's comments about next year's roster were actually subtle digs at Cardoso. What started as whispers and speculation quickly exploded into full-blown conversations, complete with viral clips, hilarious memes, and tweets dissecting every single interaction between these two stars. Analysts are pointing out that this isn't just personal drama, either. This tension could absolutely impact team chemistry, especially with the playoffs somehow still in sight, and the Sky desperately trying to rebuild their identity after such a brutal season.
Now, Angel Reese took it upon herself to speak about next year's, yes, I said it, next year's roster. And she let it be known, some of these people ain't gonna be here next year, bruh.
So, what exactly was the spark that lit this whole controversy? It all came down to Angel Reese's comments about next year's roster. She made it pretty clear that some teammates might not be returning, saying the team could lose certain players, and emphasized the importance of enjoying the moment while they're still together. On the surface, you might think, okay, that sounds like a reflective, maybe even heartfelt statement about a tough season, right?
So I'm guessing many people were saying Angel Reese has fired shots at Kamilla Cardoso. With those comments there, when did this go down, bro? Whoa, 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 whoa.
But here's the kicker. For so many, it totally came across as a subtle critique, an almost direct call-out. And guess who they thought it was aimed at? Kamilla Cardoso. Media outlets and social media users jumped on it immediately, framing it as Reese firing shots at her teammate. Seriously, every single word was dissected, and the timing couldn't have been more charged. Think about it. The end of a disappointing season is always a high-pressure moment. Players are frustrated, emotions are running wild, and everyone is thinking about next year's roster shakeups. In that context, Reese's remarks hit hard. She was talking to reporters about maximizing the final 9 games, saying things can be taken away at any moment. But then she layered in these comments about possible roster changes, suggesting not everyone would be on the team next year. That dual message, focus on now, but brace for change, felt incredibly pointed to many, especially in relation to Cardoso. The online reaction was instant and intense. Fans debated endlessly, dissecting whether Reese was criticizing Cardoso's performance, her role, or if it was just a general statement. Analysts also piled on, breaking down how these comments could absolutely torpedo team chemistry, player relationships, and even the Sky's off-season strategy. So, as the dust finally starts to settle on a rough 2025 season, the focus is squarely on what this all means for Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso, and the Chicago Sky. Reese's comments weren't just words. They were a statement that has everyone paying attention. With major roster changes looming and fans watching every single move, the next chapter for the Sky is wide open, and the tension sparked by these remarks is going to play a massive role in shaping it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a relationship with her probably for over a year now. She's been having my back through everything, and it's just great to have a legend that has done so many great things for New York and see her name on the ground, on the court, and I just admire everything that she does, and she continues to show up for me, and I just appreciate it.
Now, let's really dive into the juicy part. The undeniable tension brewing between Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso. Honestly, on the court, you can practically feel it. Angel Reese has been growing into one of the WNBA's absolute most talked about forwards, constantly in the spotlight for her insane power, incredible skill, and her larger-than-life personality.
I think I just try to inspire myself after Angel. She's a great rebounder, so I just try to go out there and do the same thing.
Meanwhile, Kamilla Cardoso has been quietly but consistently doing her thing, making crucial plays, hitting her marks, and steadily showing everyone exactly why she was the number 3 pick in the Some fans are even pointing out that Cardoso's efficiency, her incredible footwork in the post, and her smart decision-making have actually outshined Reese in certain key aspects of the game. Yet, it's Reese who's constantly getting the bulk of the headlines, the interviews, and all the highlight reels. That huge disparity has fans debating endlessly. Is it Reese's magnetic personality, Cardoso's quiet professionalism, or is it just the way media chooses to cover stars?
It's time for me to be a little bit more demonstrative in my actions.
This tension, by the way, doesn't exist in a vacuum. A huge part of it stems from potential roster shifts and the seriously uncertain future of the entire team. So when Reese mentioned that some teammates might not be back next season, that wasn't just a casual comment, It was a blaring signal. Chicago Sky fans immediately, started connecting all the dots.
I think I did a great job. Shout out to my teammates.
Now, some people completely see Reese as subtly, or maybe not so subtly, calling out Cardoso, whether she meant to or not. Others chalk it up to the incredibly competitive nature of the league. You've got two high-caliber forwards, both super ambitious, both trying to cement their place as the star. Leadership roles definitely come into play here too. Reese, with her massive and growing media presence, naturally commands attention. Cardoso, by contrast, seems to focus solely on her craft, totally letting her performance do the talking. That dynamic, combined with the team's absolutely disappointing 13-27 season, creates this super volatile mix, just ripe for endless speculation.
I like to basketball. I think that's one thing that's very underrated about me. Right. And I like to get assists. Yeah.
And if you thought this story was already heating up on the court, let me tell you, the media just cranked the thermostat all the way up. Seriously, a player's actions, a teammate's reaction, even a reporter's tweet, it all intertwines to create this wild narrative that fans and analysts just devour. Reese's initial comments, especially when combined with some really sharp reporting, have absolutely ensured that this feud isn't going away quietly. This isn't just daily gossip. It's a story that will directly influence how fans, teammates, and even the entire league perceive both Reese and Cardoso moving forward.
Paige Bueckers has run away with Rookie of the Year. It is hers. Nobody else is even in the mix. I know that we are talking about Sony, Citron, and we are talking about Kiki Ariafen earlier on in the season, but it seems like as of late, it is the Paige Bueckers show. She is breaking all of these records and is Paige.
Now, let's not forget about the rookies. Because while all this veteran drama is unfolding, there are fresh stars absolutely ready to steal the spotlight. Paige Bueckers has emerged as the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year. Putting up jaw-dropping numbers, I'm talking 44 points in one game that had everyone talking. Sonia Citron is also making serious waves, showing versatility and scoring ability that have analysts super excited. But here's the kicker, all this internal Sky drama, the comments, the tension, the endless speculation, it's actually threatening to completely overshadow these incredible rising stars. Rookie of the Year isn't just about raw talent and consistency. Yes, that's crucial, but it's also about visibility. And when Reese's remarks are dominating every headline, rookies like Bueckers and Citron have to fight so much harder for attention in this super crowded, story-driven narrative.
Yeah, just continue to build Michaela's confidence. She was here in New York. She won Rookie of the Year, so just knowing that you got to continue to just tell her, like, I told her in the game, I was like, I can't think of it.
And that's honestly where it gets really, really interesting. Reese's massive public presence, her media-friendly persona, and her uncanny ability to spark conversation make her a total lightning rod. Seriously, every single move she makes, every comment she drops, gets amplified tenfold. Meanwhile, these incredible rookies grinding away on the court could see their amazing achievements filtered entirely through the lens of this veteran drama. This tension between established players and rising talent creates a storyline that's just impossible to ignore. Because yes, as new stars rise, veteran drama definitely threatens to steal headlines, but it also adds so much more stakes, intrigue, and honestly, a little bit of glorious chaos that makes the league far more compelling for us, the fans.
Currently had to pull up, you know, and I like that type of energy. Y'all know me, man. I'll pull back on you in a minute, man, but shout out to her.
So when you piece it all together, the subtle court tension, the intense online fan debates, and even the rookie race heating up, you start to truly understand why this story is absolutely exploding. It's not just about one comment or one player. This is a microcosm of what makes professional sports so endlessly fascinating. You've got personalities clashing, entire careers at stake, and that ever-present spotlight of fans and media ready to dissect every single move. Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso, the Chicago Sky, and honestly, the league itself are all now part of a story that has so many layers, so much drama, and consequences that will unfold long after the final buzzer of this season.
With how horrible the Chicago Sky are doing this season, they're clearly not going to make playoffs.
So looking ahead, the Chicago Sky's entire future is seriously hanging in the balance, and how they handle this offseason could absolutely define their next season. First and foremost, that tension between Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso, it has to be addressed. If these two stars can't find some common ground, it won't just be some offhand drama story. It could directly torpedo the team's performance. Reese's comments about teammates not returning next year didn't just ruffle a few feathers. They put a glaring spotlight on a much deeper issue of team cohesion. For a squad that finished a dismal 13-27 in 2025, chemistry is literally everything. Without it, even the most talented roster can completely crumble. So we might see some major roster restructuring. As the Sky think big, some veterans could be traded, and we might see aggressive moves in free agency to bring in players who perfectly complement both Reese and Cardoso. Management is going to be under immense pressure to get this right, because every single decision, from which draft picks to prioritize to which veteran voices to keep in the locker room, will have massive consequences. Fans are already speculating online, crunching stats and analyzing performances. So every move the Sky makes will be dissected in real time.
What was the over/under amount of fouls called for this game? Does anybody know that prop bet?
And guess what? The coaching staff is also squarely in the hot seat. Balancing all these huge personalities, managing high-pressure media narratives, and ensuring everyone truly buys into the team's vision, that's not going to be easy at all. They'll need to create an environment where stars like Reese can absolutely shine without overshadowing incredibly valuable teammates like Cardoso or those rising rookies. If this is handled poorly, the fallout could spill directly into the next season, affecting everything from their game strategy to overall fan engagement. So, here's the big question just lingering over Chicago. Will Angel Reese redeem herself? Or will this intense feud define the team's entire 2026 season? Every single play, every interview, every locker room interaction now carries immense weight. The eyes of fans, analysts, and the media are watching every move, and one misstep could turn this story from heated speculation into full-blown controversy. Reese's comments have already sent shockwaves through the WNBA, and this drama truly highlights just how intense and political professional sports can be, on the court, in the locker room, and absolutely in the media. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Did Reese cross the line, or is this just a heated moment that's being blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want every insider update, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.